name is Jamal McDowell. I'm a mental health major. This is my, I have one more semester.
I'm going to close it. If you talk a little louder, so they can hear you, and I'll close it too. Sorry.
I'm a mental health major. This is my, I have one more semester left, and I'm going to CSI to pursue my master's in social work. Some of the things I do on campus, I'm a baseball player, and also I did my internship at Menorah nursing home. That was my first internship. I have one more internship to do, and I'm going to do it with Professor Watson. I don't know if you guys know. I joined I was part of the chess club, so it's one of the many things I did in the community here at Kingswell.
All right, thank you.
My name is Morgan McLeod. Gets for teams, I guess you could say I'm involved in the soccer team. This learning community was fun for me because I went to a conference for the learning community out of state. Stayed a couple of nights, chilled. It's pretty nice. Classes are cool. Testing is too easy.
Breeze through.
Yes.
Especially since, after a while you notice that the first three answers are always A.
And every concept get hits on once. You showed me all my patterns.
And, since you're in this class, the he's addicted to his Diet Pepsi. Last semester we tried to put pepper on it, so he just stopped.
Right, they were trying to aversively condition me away from you.
We stole it from him and nothing worked.
No,
Mr. Hill is a pretty nice teacher.
It helped. It helped.
Yeah. Well, I don't really have anything else to say, but
Okay. So, who has a question for our panelist?
How has the learning community helped you with your process of choosing what major you're going into?
do we take turns or we both
I also did student involvement with Professor Hill here, and I was in the link with Jason. They just helped me, Professor Hill helped me a lot, guiding my major to mental health, and it was really helpful to me.
Maybe you could tell a little bit about what your original ideas were, and then how.
Okay. When I first came to the school, I was going to do surgical technology, but it was just I was just unorganized, and he just helped me put everything together, and I just decided to do mental health, my major, and then also pursuing it to higher heights, doing social work when I leave here.
When I first came, I just came to pass time, boredom, Avon. Might as well do something. Because of Mr. Hill, I noticed that there's more to school than just coming in and hang out with friends and all that stuff. For me, I've kind of going into computer programming stuff. So Mr. Hill talked to me and told me that it's easier to just get my degree here in liberal arts than transfer out later. That's why I decided I'll stay here.
Learning from what you guys experienced here in nursing, have you given advice to others who wanted or interested in taking it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to orientation and say, hey, go run. No, I'm not giving any advice.
Well,
or
but
that stuff.
but you
But
did.
yeah, if I saw somebody, I would, because it was fun. I mean, when you first come to college, everybody's just like you. Nobody really has any friends, and the friends that you do have probably have different classes. But in the learning community, you're with the same people every day. Eventually, you're gonna have
That's true.
and you do. And from personal experience, I have everybody I met in my class. Like we were all close, and we all joked around. So everybody that I knew from my class from last semester, we all kept in touch. And a couple of my friends even took classes together. So yes, it's like really helpful.
Yeah, it is. As you said, you guys form a bond, and I remained friends with a lot of people after I had that community class, and it was really good, and good experience.
If we were going to ask you about what you consider your community or your commitments, kind of here at Kingsborough or outside, kind of what you want to do for others or what you care about, what would you say?
Always gotta ask that deep question.
There you go. See, you would have gotten it
Yeah, me
anyway.
too. You're coming up
But
right.
that's part of what they're going to be writing about. What is community? What do they care about? And what do they learn about that from you?
What is the community? Well, obviously it's a bunch of people. But I guess community is just everybody's the same. Everybody's fresh to college, trying to figure out what they want to do in life. Or some people think they know what they want to do, and then they change along the way. Obligations I have is that, well, I keep in touch with all my professors from my semester, keep in touch with my friends, and if I see anybody in this class and they say hi to me, I say hi to them too. It's not really like work where like I have to feel like I'm gonna go to you guys and say, hey, let me come to this or that. It's just casual. There's no real obligation. That's who we always for.
What about outside of Kingsborough? What do you care about?
Nothing. I guess when I was like after school, I'd probably just go home, play some games, or hang out with a couple friends. But because of this landscaping shit, I end up coming to school on like days off to like hang out with friends and stuff. But that I meant things that I wouldn't do before stupid road trips with friends. But yeah, it's pretty simple, straightforward.
Yeah. Inside, also. So,
Inside, outside, your desire to do mental health?
yeah. To me, community means inside of Kingsborough, you guys can help each other. Don't feel like you're alone. Just work together as a team. Like when you're in class, can have study groups also.
Absolutely.
It's helpful. It's helpful. Not everybody. Oh, not everybody likes study groups, but speaking personally, it was very helpful to me. Having study groups back in the classroom. We go to the library on like Saturday or something, and before the test we study together. And yeah, outside of Kingsborough, I just like helping people. That's why one of the reasons I picked my major.
Yeah, what do you anticipate doing in mental health? I'm sorry, I'm not going to ask another, I promise. Why mental health? Of all the things you could do, why that helping profession?
Because I've always liked this. I was always curious about what people think, like the different anxieties and all these disorders.
You like finding people's minds, so
Yeah. And yeah, it's fascinating to me. And as working here while interning here in Manora, next to Kingsborough, it was a really, really good experience. And I was assigned like three clients, and I bonded with them. Like, I had to do a verbal presentation about a week ago, and it was kind of emotional for me at some point. It's like, the professor asked me if there was any contact transference between me and the client. For me, there wasn't, but I think for her, there was. She saw me as a son to her, and yeah, it was really touching.
Okay, does anybody have any other questions?
Oh, I was about to say, I thought he was going to cry because he just paused at that.
She's not keeping my mouth shut for the record. So everyone else speak.
Or we will.
You got more? You have more questions? Go.
What do you guys want to know? What could they tell you that would help you write your paper about community?
Give me the answers.
Well, that's what they're here for.
What answers do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's gonna be boring.
I know. I'm good.
Well, I have oh, no. Go ahead.
Not you was saying.
No, I'm thinking about it.
Okay. So you've both mentioned that you have been, of course, a part of the learning community, and you've touched upon some other communities on campus that you're a part of. But I know that you've both gone out into the larger community and been representatives of the school, either at that conference or at your internship. How do you feel about being a representative of this community, or how does that affect how you behave when you leave these doors?
I guess you try to be as behaved as possible, like when you're representing like a school or whatever organization. So, yeah.
But you also have a choice too, so you can either do it or don't. So
I'm sorry?
I said that you said what you asked him, right?
Mhm.
You said being in the community and stuff like that to represent him. You have a choice. You either do it or you don't, right?
Yeah, you have a choice.
Oh, why refuse?
It's been a
She just had to polish that.
I have a question. What clubs would you consider us taking? Like being a part of?
Sports.
Mm-hmm.
There's Scepter,
What is that?
which is a newspaper here. You guys, yeah.
Well, it depends on what you like.
It
We can't really tell
depends
you
on
what
your
clubs to pick.
personality. Yeah.
But just know that there are a lot of clubs here. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things you can do.
all you have to do is go out and look.
Oh, I'm also in the Italian club. I'm not Italian. Yeah, it's cool. We're having a free lunch, Italian food in U219 tomorrow at 3 to 5. Yeah, so you guys can come.
It's right after class.
Yeah, I think your class man or
What's for, okay.
Meeting people, yes, and interacting with them. I'm a social person, so I like interacting with people, just talking.
I'm sorry, I have a comment because I am a very social person, but I don't talk to nobody in the school. I talk to people in the class. Like I barely only talk to one person.
It's hard talking to
that
people.
I'm-
I'm the
Because
same
Yeah,
way.
and that's crazy because
You
I've
can't
been.
just go to everybody. Like I said,
I can talk to anybody, somebody, so you observe somebody before you talk to them.
That's how I
Alright,
started.
Wallace. So you observe somebody.
Is this your first semester?
Yeah.
It's everybody's first semester.
Okay, that's how I started it too. My friends were just in this one class, and then as my semesters passed, I made more friends and more friends.
Okay.
So it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Maybe next semester.
Nah, I don't think it depends on the kind of person. It all depends on people you meet in your class. Because most of the friends I have are just people I met in my class or people that they met in their class and you just eventually start talking to everyone.
That's true.
Because nobody's just going to see somebody walking outside and say, hey, hi there.
Unless you just really have no life.
Yeah,
So.
first of all, they're gonna ask you, do I know you? That's what they're gonna ask you. They're gonna ask you that. Do I know you? They're gonna ask you
What
that.
are some of the
That's
areas,
the first thing they're gonna
Attorney
say.
Lionel's got something for us.
what are some of the areas in this community that you feel needs to be more efficient?
Great question.
Have one meeting with all the classes and all the other meetings.
To
Like
be
all the
class.
classes that Mr.
Yeah, in
Hill had.
general, I'm speaking in general.
Yeah, it would be cool if Mr. Hill had like one class where like all the other learning community students like met up and got to talk to each other or something like that. This way you'd be able to socialize more with everyone. Because the main problem when it comes to the learning community is that you're only in this class. And eventually the only people you know become the people in this class. It would be cool if you knew more people outside the class.
I mean, we met the other people
Apart from that, I
from.
would like to know, let's say, the library area or the gym or this.
So you're talking about in the school in general.
School on the whole. What you see needs to be improved.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And what could be improved in pursuit of bringing people together a little bit more?
Yeah.
I think I'm hearing.
I asked him those real hard questions.
Ryan doesn't play any games.
Like, do they even have a swim team?
There is.
I think they do have a swim team because they have a pool and gym.
Do you guys have, like, I mean, I know that, but do you guys have, like, you go against other schools, like,
Well,
you know?
they have a swim team. I'd assume that they go against
But,
the schools.
I'm asking you that, have you been to them, like?
No, he said he
Swim
did
team?
soccer.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think I saw a swimming thing.
Yeah.
So they probably do have a swim team, but to go against, if you're gonna ask them about competitive, you'd have to ask them so.
Okay.
Let's bring it back to Lionel's question, though. Yeah, yeah.
What do you want to have change? What would change here? What would you want to change if you could?
School period?
Go deeper.
So, I couldn't up the points. Probably adding, alright, making it a 4-year school. That'd have been better.
That's true.
In between the school, I mean, it's a good campus and the mood is pretty lax. So the only thing that this school is lacking is making it like a 4-year so you can get a, you can stay here longer for a higher degree. Because at the end of the day, it's still just a 2-year college.
Do you like the idea of like a comprehensive college where they have an associate's degree program and a bachelor's program? Yeah.
With the library and all that stuff, I kind of like the library, the nice quiet area where they're stabilized. Library's perfect for it.
Everybody goes hang out in the library.
I don't know if you guys know, but there's open gym. Do you guys know about that?
What?
Repeat that again?
Open gym.
The fitness center.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a
Yeah.
fitness center, and also there's certain times during the day. I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. The basketball court is open to the public.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean, you can have racquetball.
and swimming too.
I,
Swimming.
no, I
Yeah,
saw, I
something
actually
over
went to the
there,
gym.
I know that.
Yeah.
You should see the gym, it's beautiful, it's nice, the basketball court.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. You stick to library, okay? You always go hide yourself in the library.
Do they have a day of sports here for students?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so-
they have.
They have internal competitions?
Oh, no.
Yeah. They have that for soccer on selected Fridays.
Kellyanne?
My major, as of right now, is what advice would you give me in pursuing that career?
Here at Kingsborough. Okay.
Or in general?
Here at Kingsborough, all of the professors I've had were beautiful for that major. They're just awesome. They help me a lot. They're very, they're not uptight or the tests are pretty easy, but they give you a lot of extra credit also. As advisement,
Same thing you do for any major. Just
Yeah.
reach out more. Be more active with it. Ask your teachers what extra credit they can give you.
what concentration? General? Okay, that's also my concentration right now. To me, it was pretty just laid out. Like it's easy. It's not too hard. Just take classes. It's not difficult.
Have you learned anything in particular in the classes that would help you to do the work of counseling and working with communities and other people?
In all my classes that I took.
Or your mental health classes?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that helped me learn about how people react to you, and right now I'm taking vulnerable population, and it just basically shows you how to deal with people and how they react to you. Just how you, basically how they react to you and how you deal with them. It's pretty cool.
What is a vulnerable population?
Yo, seriously, I'm fucking this on purpose.
Okay, vulnerable population are basically like people with autism and disabilities, also mental anxiety, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you had to tell us what your best experience in the college community and your worst experience in the college community are, what would those experiences be?
Best experience getting a 3-day pass from school to go to conference.
Okay.
Well,
Tell-
yeah.
Well, because you went out, that's why.
Tell us a little bit about what you did there.
I went to a conference about the learning community with Mr. Hill, and for 3 days they had to mark present at the school.
That's pretty cool.
It's so beautiful.
Where was it?
Some Monterey. It was like in some Monterey.
Yeah, but what state?
Connecticut.
Like a night, had like a nice news and stuff, like around some other students that I met there from Bunker Hill. It's really fun.
What was the conference about?
The learning community. It was basically about teachers asking, like, what fields can they improve in the learning community, like certain schools asking, like, how does the learning community affect you? Because there are other schools out there that want to build learning communities, but they don't know where to start. And then you have somewhere like Bunker Hill where they have like a Big Brother program, where inside the learning community they'll have like, pretty much me and him would pick 2 or 3 of you and would like be your seniors, Big Brother, whatever it is. And any help you need throughout his class or Mr. Hill's class, you come to us, we'd help you with it.
So what advice at the conference did you take with you when you went?
Really? I don't think about
Well,
The main thing I took from the conference was the fact that the teachers actually cared a lot because most of them had to run back. Like there were certain, like on the first day, like 2 teachers had to run back because they had like late class. So like they came just to hear what we had to say. Like because on the second day they had this thing where all the students had a panel, and we'd like talk about how we felt about learning community. how it affected us. Like some people said that the learning community teachers are like their parents, like it really helped them and stuff like that. And some of the teachers drove up from their class, like put a sub in whatever, just to hear how we go.
And how did you do?
Well, since it was like my third week in the learning community and I was asked to go, didn't really have much to say. But it made me feel like teachers actually cared about us. Because I mean, when I was in high school, my teachers sucked. Like, they didn't care. Like, they'd ignore me most of the stuff I say. And they'd like tell me shit like, oh, it's not up to me to pass, it's up to you. And like, you'd write an essay, like, you give it your all, and she'd be like, okay, this sucks. Do it again. Like, they, coming from, as someone that had teachers that showed zero interest at all, knowing that teachers basically spend time out of their week, took time off their job and whatever to actually have like a conference just to hear what students have to say, it felt really, made me feel special.
And the same thing, what advice did you take from doing your internship?
At your senior center.
I took my experience. It was I'm still there right now. 3 more weeks left. It is my experience there is gonna help me in the long run. I learned a lot of things, like how all the adults react to you, and well, me personally, I don't think I'm going to be working with older adults in the future. I think I'll be working with kids. I think that personally.
Like, if you weren't doing it,
Why? What is that?
any particular reason?
It's kind of depressing, honestly. Working in a nursing home, and it just made me think of the future. I might be there one day. I just don't want to think about that. And also the things you see and that, you know, also, it's a very, you get emotionally connected with the patient, with one of the patients they're really close with. She lost her leg, and like it was just like, oh my god, like, it's just it's crazy, and yeah, I wouldn't want to work with older adults. I'd rather work with kids because they are our future, and I would want to be a role model or somebody that would inspire them. Yeah.
Did you, sorry, but did you learn anything from them, the seniors? Like, because they're older, they think because.
Yes, I have. Well, I haven't. They tell us stories. There's older adults in there that this one guy. His name is Leo. He was a World War veteran, and he's also a Yankee fan. I'm a diehard Yankee fan, so we bonded instantaneously, and like he tells us stories about the war and so it's really cool. And pertaining to Professor Jason and our question with what's the best thing that ever happened to me here? I was recommended to work here as student aid, and that was actually my first job, so I was very happy about that. So that would be the best thing that ever happened to me here so far. I still work here, and hopefully I'll be a college assistant.
I love that we're getting to this conversation about mentoring, because I see you both as mentors in a lot of ways. I mean, Morval, you were like the kick-ass mentor. He was really tough on everybody in the group. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I wasn't tough on everyone.
Kevin? You really talk about the investment you made. And what you
I didn't make any investments. I just told him that you were handle it. He did.
Yeah, but what we're saying is it wasn't just a one-shot conversation. This was a conversation that you had with him.
You would get him to class. You would beg him to study. You would get
Oh,
him
I
to do
didn't
the
get
writing.
Alright, Kevin is,
I mean, not talk about Kevin. Talk about you and your kind of commitment to helping someone.
well, I don't really have a commitment to having commitment or anything to having helping someone. It's just that I don't really like seeing people crumble and fall and, you know, flying so high. Well, not really. It's hard seeing somebody fail and you know that they're probably smarter than you. Because using my friend Kevin as an example, he has like a really good memory. Because when it comes to history dates, he remembers every significant event regarding American history, like off the back of his, like anything you ask him, World War I events, World War II events, Depression events, etc., 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 he just will say the date, perfectly describes the event, the day, whatever, whatever. But he never came to class. Like on Halloween, like around Halloween, he left to get unmasked 10 minutes before class with the intention of coming back. Last semester we had to do a joint essay for him and Professor O'Hara. Uhuru.
Oh.
He didn't do it at all. And they gave us like extensions pretty much gave him the whole semester to do it. He didn't do it once. Not even one draft. We had to read a book, Girl Interrupted. That sucks. I hate it so much. But yeah, we had to read the Girl Interrupted book. And huh? Yeah. I kinda like all the diseases stuff. Yeah, we had to read a Girl Interrupted book. We talked about it in class. So all you need to do is just pay attention in class and you can write the essay. He'd be on his laptop playing games and reading comics. Right in front of the professor. It's not like he's hiding it to the side. He goes to the front row and whips out his laptop and starts reading in class. And you're just there like, seriously, bro? Just get out of class. Because it's like so distracting. You're there like, you yourself don't want to be in the class. Because personally, I hate school. In case you haven't gotten that already.
Yeah, I got that.
I mean, personally, I don't really like school, but I know it's useful for my future, etc., etc. But he distracted everybody with the way that, like, he'd come, like, towards the end of the semester, he'd come in, like, 30 minutes late for English class. And I told him that, the professors all told him, all you have to do is just do the joint project. He didn't do it. Like, we taught, me and a couple of other friends, we, like, decided, you know, it'd be helpful to him. I mean, shit, he's a friend. We went to the library one day. We all sat down there. You know, we're all doing our other shit that we have to do, study first, like this or whatever. He's pretending that he, like, the whole, like, we're there for an hour. We did our shit. We, like, said, all right, let's go. We checked his paper. He didn't do shit. I kind of got pissed off. Didn't talk to him for a couple of days because, you know when you're pissed off at somebody, you know if you talk to them, they're going to do something that they will regret and you'll probably just feel happy about later. You know the thing that people say that you regret but you never really do?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the thing that made me just completely give up on him in terms of helping him with academics. There was one day, I think it was the second psych test. I saw him downstairs, and it was right after we finished taking the psych test. We were talking about it. We decided that, walk him back to class, take the psych test. Especially since he said that he'll take you to the whatever room if you want extra time or whatever. So we took him to class. Dude says he's not going to do it after we walk into class. I remember his professor was talking to him, saying that all you have to do is just take the test. Whatever you dropped the score, yeah, but you already failed the first one. So he doesn't take the test, but then after that test, he starts focusing and got like 100 on the last test or something like that.
He was really good at the conditioning stuff that everybody loathed. He was really good at it.
Yeah.
That's what was frustrating to me. That you don't try at all and you're smart.
So, I guess the question is, why? Why do you care? I mean, if this is someone else.
I've said that. I just don't like. It's not really that I care. It's just that I find it hard to watch somebody crumble when they're. I honestly thought Kevin was smart. Because I mean, if somebody's smarter than you, well, and personally, I like to use everyone. I guess what did you say I was antisocial?
I did not say In fact, I always said that I don't believe you when you say things like I don't care about people.
No, I know what antisocial is.
Your behavior
The
does
guy that
not
looks around the
reflect
room
that.
for the weakest person and picks them out. Yeah, that's
that's the one.
And I always told Morval, no matter how much he tried to convince me, I would not believe that about him.
What? But I always did find the weakest person in the room and just say yes. I'm gonna dismiss that person all day.
But it showed that you care.
It did.
Mhm.
And I gotta say,
I mean, obviously, I do care about people. I mean, shit, I would make friends if I didn't.
and he was yelling, he was sweating. I mean, he really was concerned with much more than his own success.
Of course, it was frustrating. I don't want to feel it. I
That
mean,
George and I were
success is-
thinking we could do is maybe to make this a little less formal and get more voices out there talking to them. We kind of split you guys up informally.
Yeah, two
Half
groups.
the class can talk to Morval, half to Jamel, and then maybe we'll
And
switch.
we'll.
It's a really
Uh,
good idea.
We'll
think it's about
move between. Let's have an informal conversation. See how
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels.
The work's gonna get done.
Most of the
That's-
things start with bad ideas and you see where they take you.
And
I have one question.
All right.
okay.
Over the years, lots of things were said about college students and professors, coaches. What do you think could be done at Kingsborough to minimize those type of behaviors?
Stereotypes?
Yeah.
Funny that the teacher asked that same thing at the time as well. At the end of the day, you can't really expect too much from your teachers because they can't really get too personal.
No. I said over the years, lots of bad things were said about college students. Shooting, suicide, what have you. Okay? Also, professors and coaches. What do you think could be done at Kingsborough to minimize those type of behaviors?
Well, with the suicides, like you learn in class, some people just don't have mental fortitude to push through all the problems. Like, there's something like 3 people could go through the same problem and only 2 people just walk away from it. Not everybody can walk away from having their parents shot before them or getting robbed or whatever. There's nothing that anybody can do about that. That all depends on the person themselves.
Some people have a much harder time coping for various reasons, and that's why some people really need the services of a mental health professional.
Like
Right.
PTSD and stuff like that. Those things. That's all personal. There's nothing anybody can do with that. Professors and coaches. What do you mean? Like the coaches that molest the students?
I think so. No, maybe you could be more observant, like, or, you know.
To look out for.
Oh, you're trying to say, like how to avoid those problems.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was trying to do with Kevin. There's no way to tell me that in your class right now, if there's somebody you look around, you can't know that they're failing.
If you could.
Okay. In your class right now, if you look around and you talk about those same things, like a problem someone's having or somebody's failing in class, if you see somebody and you know that they're failing, are you going to honestly go over to them and say, hey,
Yes.
you do that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're the only one. It's only you.
Not only did that happen, Well, okay, what I'm trying to say is, not everybody's like that. Not everybody goes the extra mile. Not everyone will see like a lady that tripped on the side of the road and go say, oh, let me help them and stuff like that. Even this morning, I saw this guy, like he was running across the street to catch his light. He tripped. Nobody helped him. And there were a bunch of college students next to me, and I'm the only one that said, oh shit, let me go help this old guy. Like,
Well,
he fell on his
isn't
ass
that,
and was on the ground
Kitty
and nobody
Genovese?
helped him. Not everyone will go the extra mile. Some teachers probably don't care beyond the classroom, beyond the hour that they're supposed to teach you. Some things fall under shit that you have to do yourself. Sorry for putting so old.
Although I've found here that some occasionally will go that extra mile.
Yeah, I mean, some people go the extra mile, but you can't depend on another person to say, oh my God, please tell me that somebody's been going with this today. When it comes to suicide and stuff like that, I don't really like the topic, but those people do, you can't really, some of them blame their parents or their friends or, hey, this person told me to kill myself. That's all you. You can't blame somebody that committed suicide. You made that decision. We will.
Many other perspectives on that as well.
We've had a conversation about this before. You know I just don't like suicides, and I just blame the person that did it.
So let's see how it feels. Jamel, do you want to kind of
Yeah.
gravitate to the side, and Morval, and just talk openly. We'll sit back a little bit.